Metal Nation, it is I, Tim. That is Mike. This is Podcasting Down in His Time, once again, for a metal promo review where we read metal promos that have been sent to us and then decide how many ears we will be dedicating to each item being promoed. Maximum of 2 per us. There we go. See, I just nail it every time.
Perfect.
All right, here we go. Finish outfit CUMBEAST. Return with what is? All right, this is gonna be difficult. Return with new album. Return with new album. Fairy Tales of Filth, out May 12th via Morbid Generation Records. CUMBEAST are back, finally, with Fairy Tales of Filth, their 7th full-length album to add to your CUMBEAST collection. Set for release on May 12th through Morbid Generation Records. The Finnish group embraces new textures of what, I don't know, without losing sight of their signature groove-heavy and aggressive sound, now enriched by melodic twists, folk influences, and a handful of surprising collaborations. Today, the band released a new video for their single, Captain Cock, featuring guest appearances from Sami Pertula from Korpiklani and John Puig from Fear. A bunch of letters. Let's see. Format: CD, digital, and cassette. Genre: brutal death metal from Finland. Finish your plate and buckle in. Finland's CUMBEAST are back with Fairy Tales of Filth. Their 7th full-length album due out May 12th, 2025 via Morbid Generation Records. Known for pummeling death grind, wrapped in neon slime and gallows humor, the band takes their absurdity to new levels this time, both musically and thematically. Kicking off their Filth as lore mythology, Fairy Tales of Filth is the band's first dive into twisted fairy tale territory. It pushes their trademark blend of brutal grooves, blast beats, fretless bass, and guttural absurdism into even stranger places. Think slamming death metal meets off-the-wall folk, synth from 90s black metal, and lyrics you definitely shouldn't read out loud at your grandma's house. The record begins on a crew of guests to wreck shop. Sami Pertula of Korpiklani lends accordion to Captain Cock, while Henry Sorvali, Fintroll Moonsorrow, drops synth on Troll Named Scrot. Yes, that's an actual track name. And yes, it's as unhinged as it sounds. That's what it says in the promo.
That's leaning too far into it. All right.
Yeah. Formed in 2005, because CUMBEAST is,
it's a legend.
Has longevity.
They were a legendary band. You've never heard of CUMBEAST?
I've been listening to CUMBEAST since, never mind. Have built a cult following across Europe thanks to their chaotic LED lit live shows. Well, come on, all the lighting rigs are LEDs now. That's not the flex you think it is. And fearless disregard for genre etiquette. Now, after 6 years since 2019's Gore Zoo, the band has fine-tuned the ridiculous into something heavier, groovier, and even melodic. Don't worry, there's still plenty of slamming filth to go around.
I'm
not seeing a link to Bandcamp. So all the links are in the description, and then, tell me your favorite CUMBEAST track title in the comments.
Well, if it's not Commando, I don't know what it would be. Or Abacus of Testicles.
Oh, God.
Is that what the abacus in the background of the cover art is?
Oh, yeah. Let's bring up the cover art. So it's like a green, folky tree room. All right. And then there's a zombie torso reading a book that's dripping with some sort of white translucent substance. And there's a candle and a spider and a dead bird and a syringe filled with maybe oobleck, that cornstarch and water mixture.
It's non-Newtonian fluid.
And then, let's see, on the shelves, there's like various weird things. There's a bunny that's been eaten. Yeah, there's various copyright infringing images here. I see Slimer. I see Batman's mask. There is a giant jar full of what is labeled CVM. Okay. And it says Captain Cock on it. Captain Cock CVM. So, you know.
On the wall, there appears to be an anus.
Oh, yeah. And there's maggots. There's maggots crawling into or out of said wall anus. And then there's drippings from the cracks in the wall. And there's what else? There's a sneaker up there. I do see the abacus. There's a foot on the bookshelf along with some books.
This is vile. like this is amazing. Oh my goodness.
And I have exactly one gripe with this album cover. You don't capitalize O in of.
That is true.
Yeah, that's... It's almost like English has a bunch of dumb rules.
0 ears for capitalization.
All right. And then the band photo is two Finnish looking guys and one other guy. And they're lit with magenta, presumably from their LED light show on one side and green on the other, which is like kind of the colors of their album cover. So man, they got a lot of oobleck all over this album.
The guy in the front kind of looks like he's about to be concerned, like, you know, like he's in the process of trying to like somebody. We've said something like this before. Somebody said something racist, and he's like, "Did I hear that?" Like, that's where his face looks like it is.
Well, the guy in the middle looks like he's pitying you. It's like, like I just dropped my beaker full of Captain Cock's cum, and then he goes, So much for monetizing this episode. Join our Patreon.
I was going to say it looks like he's about to say "Daddy."
Also that, yeah. It's somewhere between there.
God Almighty.
And then other guy just looks like some guy.
He looks like he showed up at the shoot while they were in mid photograph.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Click. Well, you're in the band now.
2 ears. I have to give this 2 ears. I want to know what this sounds like.
You're gonna fill your ears with CUMBEAST as much as possible.
Apparently.
Yeah, I'll give this 1.5 ears. Like you said, I think they lean too much into the ridiculousness. There's no way it can live up to.
Yeah.
Like at some point it's gonna become try hard, and I'm pumping the brakes just a little in case it's try hard.
Well, okay. I'm going to say this. There are good reasons for it to feel try hard as opposed to questionable in this case. There's a band called Fornicator, and, you know, they are, for the genre, fairly, I want to say classic, but that sounds kind of ridiculous. But they're known, right? But I'm pretty sure the front man is like into their theme, and actually that becomes disturbing. So tongue in cheek and kind of like leaning into it at least lets you not go that route. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think so. There was one other thing about this. Oh, it's gone. Oh, I know what I was going to say. It's, I guarantee though, this is the best thing anyone from Corpaclani's done in 20 years though.
Right. Well, hold up. They did that song.
Oh, the one about drinking?
Yeah. When did they put that out?
Yes. All right. Next up, Würzburg's Death Doom Quartet, Sunday of the Dead, are about to release. By the time this comes out, I bet it's out. So, have released, let's say that, Their new single, Thoughts of Inevitable Annihilation, taken from their forthcoming EP, Memento Moribundus. The track introduces their new frontman, Glauber Hereticus, and opens a heavier, more aggressive chapter in the band's evolution. Self-released, release date, like I said a while ago, April 14th, 2025, digitals only, death/doom metal from Germany. Würzburg-based death doom outfit Sunday of the Dead are just a few days away. Come on. Come on. You know I'm not feverishly checking the inbox, right? I mean, like, all right. Few days away from releasing their latest single, Thoughts of Inevitable Annihilation, taken from their forthcoming EP, Memento Moribundus. The track introduced... You already said all this. All right. Who joined the band following the departure of founding member Steffi, and signals a shift in direction that leans further into death metal's aggression without discarding the slow, suffocating weight that defined their earlier work. I like how in metal, slow, suffocating weight would, like anywhere else, that would be a bad news for a band, but it's like, no, we still have the slow, suffocating weight that you like. The band first emerged in 2019 as a duo formed by Susie, guitars, clean vocals, and Steffi, bass, main, growls, later expanding to a full lineup with the addition of Phil, guitar, growls, and Jurgen, drums. Their debut EP, Disrupt the Night, recorded at Pariah Music Studios, appeared in 2020 and established a sound rooted in atmosphere and sorrow. That foundation still holds, but Thoughts of Inevitable Annihilation brings a sharper edge, suggesting a more hostile tone in what's to come. Memento Moribundus was once again recorded at Pariah Music Studios and mixed by Matthias Burgess. Sunday of the Dead _official. I can't not put the emphasis on day, because Day of the Dead, you know, the movie. So when I read this, I don't read it as Sunday of the Dead. It's Sunday of the Dead.
So the founding members were Susie and Steffi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm disappointed because Susie and Steffi are both women.
Okay.
And
Steffi left?
Yeah. So, and now it kind of looks like, okay, now here's your bog standard.
Oh, now it's a bunch of dudes and Susie.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, there's not a whole lot of just like pure female death metal bands.
Right.
So that kind of...
We've covered a few of them. Michi is no. I can't tell what's going on with Michi. Anyway, that's another former member. Okay, so the album art is... so it looks like an oil painting, which makes me wonder... Cool. Yeah,
Makes you wonder if it's AI.
Yeah. Because how are you going to hire an oil painter and not mention it in the promo?
Yeah.
But it's all black and white, and it's a graveyard, and there's like a death type figure in the middle with like an obscured face, and it looks like it was holding pizzas, but it got messed up in the painting, and then there's graves in the sky, kind of. It's a good cover, even if it is AI. But
yeah, it's well done. I like it. I don't know. I love this picture of them in the gates.
Yes, so I was going to bring that up.
It looks like they went to Potsdam and they found a really cool looking gate, but it looks like
a decorative wrought iron looking black gate, and they're all behind it, and they got a photo.
And I think it's because Susie is leaning in. You know, she's kind of leaned a little bit to the side, but I get the impression they're like, "Can you let us in?"
Oh, I was thinking it was the opposite. They're like, "Get in there! You're not allowed out." Clank.
Oh, I can see that too. Okay, if she's not,
we want to bring our heavy, crushing, suffocating weight. let us out. And
the one guy, I'm guessing this is the vocalist dressed in black.
Yeah, they're all wearing white, except for one guy. Probably missed the memo.
Everybody looks really comfortable except for him. He looks miserable.
Wow.
He's like, I thought I thought we were trying to look metal. You, I don't know, they look like they're from like a, I don't know, what kind of commercial would this be? Something free of light. Yo play.
Do they even have Yoplait in Europe?
I don't know.
It's a French name, so maybe. So here's what I'm worried about. All those terrible doom bands from the late 90s, they all had, and some of them still around, they all had the deep guttural vocals, and then some lady going, ah, and they were like ultra goth, and like each one of those bands was worse than the last. So when I see female clean vocals and male growled vocals, I get worried. So otherwise this would be 2 ears, but I'm going to back off a little bit just in case it's one of those bands that we've heard a bajillion times and kept getting tricked into buying their CD. No. I'm going to go 1.5 again.
I'm actually going to do 1 ear. There's just so much weird about this. Like Sunday of the Dead is a very, I don't know, it could be like a metalcore band.
Yeah.
Which worries me. Mm-hmm. And then I guess I'm like sort of disappointed that, okay, have you heard of the band Flagitious Idiosyncrasy in the Dilapidation?
Heard of them? I can't even spell it.
It's a Japanese band. All right.
Okay.
Which explains why the name is insane. But it was an all-female band. Did I just spell that correctly? Oh my goodness. I can't believe it.
Very good.
But it was an all-female band, and then I think they got like some live members. And that was it, just like people left, but they kind of kept their core all female. So I would have loved to have seen that going forward, just to sort of like, I don't know, differentiate them more.
Well, I'm sure there's a bajillion guys looking for bands, and
yeah. So
how big is the talent pool in Würzburg? I mean, I don't know.
Well,
that's like how Emasculator, I think the front woman is Czech. They got Sierra White, the drummer from Denver,
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That band name is awesome.
I love it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I do 1 ear. 1 ear.
Next. Thrash-infused death metal project MALFORCE is set to release its new full-length album, Force du Mal.
Oh my goodness.
See, it's called MALFORCE, and the album is called Force du Mal.
I mean, that's kind of funny.
On April 25th, 2025 via Witch's Brew. Let's see, CD and digital death thrash from Germany. Force du Mal, the debut full-length album from MALFORCE, lands on April 25th via Witch's Brew. Behind it all is M. Blackburn, the German musician responsible for every part of the record. Every part, it says. Emphasis mine. The result is raw and unapologetic. A mix of old school thrash and death metal driven by tight riffs, gritty energy, and lyrics that pull no punches when it comes to topics like religious hypocrisy and social collapse. The sound leans hard into a classic thrash attitude, but still feels current and sharp. That is it. That's all they gave us. All right, so
I appreciate that a lot, actually.
the album cover is really what caught my attention for this one.
I mean,
so
it's cool.
Yeah, so there's a giant stone throne upon which is a demon of some kind holding a staff, and he's got like a metal skull with horns, and he's got like a robe that's tattered, and he's pointing his bony skeleton hand, and he's shooting fire all over a priest. And there's like some sexy nuns around, and they're like, oh, what's happening? And there's various priests on fire. There's like lava going around. I'm seeing a signature in the bottom right corner. So someone painted this. So I'd love to have the original. there's there's a sun in the sky with an eclipse. There's a castle in the background that's on fire, but it's looks like a castle made out of a mountain, carved into a mountain.
The murder of bats.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you believe? I think that's the correct.
It's murder of crows.
Shit.
It could be murder of bats.
No, it can't be.
It's like it's a flittering of bats.
Wait.
Well, I said it before. I'll say it again. English is dumb. Group of bats.
I can't. A group of bats is a colony. Damn it.
What a shitty name. It should be a murder of bats.
No, I was trying to be all smart and I fucked it up.
Well, speaking of trying to be all smart, I don't know. I got that. So the band photo is the guy with his Flying V guitar. I can't tell what brand that is. It's not Gibson.
Yeah.
It's something.
It's something unique actually, because that finish is unusual.
Yeah, and he's got one of those pyramid studded straps, and he's wearing an Emperor shirt, and he's got the James Hetfield facial hair from 10 years ago, where it's like a Fu Manchu with one of these, whatever you call this.
Yeah.
The line on the chin. Yeah, and he's grinning, and he's got camo pants on, so I can't even see them. See, that was a joke.
Sorry,
I know. You're investigating everything very closely.
I'm trying to figure out. I think it's SKG guitars.
Yeah, that looks right.
I don't know, and there is an SKG guitars.
Well, there you go.
But I don't see this guy on their artist page.
Classic thrash. One guy did everything that could be bad because no one was there to check him. Like how all Iron Maiden is shit now because no one will say no to Steve Harris. What if this guy, there was no one there to say no to him? But then again, what if he's a genius? So I'm going to once again do 1.5 years. I'm just throwing out 1.5 years left and right today.
Yeah, I'll do 1.5 years too. The thing that gives me pause is, the cover art's badass. The photo of him is not good.
Right.
It was like he had a really bad photo of himself, so he
he did everything. So maybe he's like pressing the camera button from across the room. Yeah.
It's a selfie stick. But the photo bits look incompetent. The logo and the album title graphically are like very clearly added on after the fact. They do not look well integrated with the cover art.
Yeah, they overlap the top of the throne and the scepter a little bit. The top. Yeah, he used chisel and emboss on the bevel and emboss with a hard chisel on the force du mal at the bottom.
Well, what worries me is, like, if I did that and I came out with that, I'd be like, this kind of sucks. Could somebody do this better for me? Like, I would ask a friend, or I would say, like, okay, whoever I bought this art from, could you just get this to look correct? Yeah,
that's fair. Well, I guess that's the problem. Like, this guy made a record. He played everything on the record, but then we also expect him to be a good graphic designer and a good photographer.
But I mean, there's an advantage of leaning, like asking somebody else to pick up where you fail.
Right.
Because I would suck at this. But as a result, my fear is like, okay, do you ask yourself hard questions? I don't know. So what did I say? Did I say 1.5 years?
I forget what you said.
I'll do 1.25 years.
There you go. All right. Last one for this episode.
All right. Oh my God.
Theogonia Records and LLOTH. LLOTH. Now, that's probably not how it's pronounced, but I see 2 L's. I'm going to pronounce both of them. LLOTH. No, LLOTH. Until I found out what country they're from, they're LLOTH. Proudly present the second single, Dark Mountain, from
Greece.
Then it's LLOTH. From the upcoming full-length album, Archie's Legionese. So That's Archees, not Archie the comic. And that means Ancient Legions. Premiering exclusively as a lyric video on YouTube, Dark Mountain invites you to ascend the desolate heights of Hellenic melodic black metal majesty. A brooding mid-tempo colossus wrapped in dark melodies and sorrow-laden furies. How many times have we said sorrow on this episode? Dark Mountain captures LLOTH at their most atmospheric and evocative. This track summons the oppressive weight, there it is again, of solitude, inner struggle, and ancient mysticism wrapped in layers of haunting melodies and massive guitar walls. With production helmed by George Emanuel, Lucifer's Child, ex-Rotting Christ, at Pentagram Studio, Dark Mountain delivers a rich, immersive soundscape further enhanced by a gripping lyric video that visualizes the descent into shadow. This is the second chapter in the epic saga of Archees Legionies, a glimpse into the storm to come. Climb the dark mountain, embrace the silence, heed the ancient call. What it says.
Okay, I need to reveal.
Oh my God, there is so much more here. Let me just real quick hit these points. Comes out May 9th, 2025. CD and digital, melodic black metal from Greece. I don't really, there's a lot more here. Maybe cut it down a little bit. Fans of Rotting Christ, Astarta, and Baratron will recognize the lineage, but Archees Legionies doesn't coast on influence. I like that. All right, what were you going to say?
Do you have their Metal Archives page pulled up?
I do not, but I will.
Okay, I want you to check out the guitar, or the first guitarist, and look at his X bands.
Oh, no way. No, there's no way he's from the Southern Maryland prog band Odin's Court. Okay, it's a different one.
Is it really?
It's a different one.
Oh, man.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Dude, I was like, how is this possible?
Oh, man.
Oh.
Well, if he was in that band, that would change my vote. My rating, as it were.
Okay, this album art is...
It looks like,
DeviantArt?
Yeah. Or like, I was thinking like one of those cheap free comic books.
Oh, yeah.
That you get.
Like pulpy high fantasy.
Yeah. So it's a hooded figure, with a red hood and all this metal plate armor and a sweet belt buckle with a little skull on it or something. And in his claw, he's holding a glowing red orb. And then around it, there's trees at the bottom. There's like a skeleton, probably only has an attack power of 1. Very easy to defeat. There's piles of skulls around. There's faces in the walls at the top. Is that another butthole I see? No, there's a hole towards the top. Maybe it's the final eclipse. I don't know.
God damn it. I can't.
You're welcome.
Okay. You can tell that this is hand drawn or hand. I don't know what medium. It's very ornate, but it looks like on the amateurish side of very good.
The ghoul in the top left looks like he's going, I've got something to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so the band photo looks like a rejected photo for like testing out the costumes for Turasas.
Nice. I want you to look at the guy on the left and imagine he's a comedian. What's the deal with airplane food?
Why don't they make the whole airplane out of the black box?
Oh.
And it's obscured by the album art.
Oh, but the
guy's wearing the red robe, so I guess I want to see his claw.
Me too. No, dude, that's got to be the most. That would have changed my opinion of this This band photo is his epic robe. I mean, joking aside, they look very black metal, right? Like it's pretty good.
Yes.
It's not amateurish.
Right. It is low resolution, but that's what was available in the promo. I'm sure there's a higher resolution.
Right. I mean, I give this I guess we'll just continue it an ear and a half.
Yeah, well, guess what? I'm also going to give it an ear and a half. So there you go, Metal Nation. Until next time, oh no.
Oh no, is the winner of this episode CUMBEAST?
Oh, yeah, I forgot we started doing winners. Yeah, so congratulations to CUMBEAST.
Oh no.
Yeah, make sure you label all your jars of cum. Until next time, Metal Nation.
Cast them down.
You're gonna love the next set of promos too.
Oh,
but that's a future episode. Is that quiet?
That's good to me.
Hang on one
Hail, Metal Nation. Hail, Metal Nation. Welcome to Podcasting Down. This here's Tim and Mike. Your local.
Why'd you make me Southern? Hail, Metal Nation.
Metal Nation.
This here's your down home diabetes podcast.
I've been meaning to talk to you a little bit about metal and promotional activities. Let's get into it, shall we?
Oh, let's go in at the end.